A chart review. I'm hoping my mic is working. If somebody can give me a quick mic check, that'd be great. Thanks, guys, gals. Okay, so it's been kind of an active day for me. I'm going to just review a few things here quick, and then we'll get into the charts. Sorry, just finishing one little retweet. Okay, shut off thy phone. I got to tell you, if you ever consider moving away from Western society and doing what I've done recently, now I'm only 2 weeks in, and of course I had just about 3 or 4 heart attacks with my internet problems and my bulldog almost dying. But other than that, wow, what a great experience. And you know, at 1/6 of the cost, but you simplify life, right? So I just finished doing a little budget because contrary to popular belief, I'm a common person like anybody else. Actually, there's some people in this room that are, well, significantly more healed than I am. Okay, anyway, yeah, it's a good experience. Someday I'll write a little article on it just for curiosity's sake if anybody wants to know about it. Okay, so let's start with oil. Oil came off hard. I held onto my UWT, and in the oil room I held onto my oil position. But it's coming off again a little bit right now. I've got my stop at my entry is what I'm getting at. Just to be clear, and I can always re-enter, and it's not the best place for a stop because on the oil chart I should be giving it more room, but I figure, you know what, just cut it, you know, if it gets there, and clear the slate, give my broker a hot dog or two and relook at the trade. I have a bias towards a long position. I think oil is oversold, and I think interim, temporary, yeah, short term. And I think that the chart's repairing itself right now. So we did have that sell-off here about an hour and a half ago, but it bounced off a big fib support there and got pretty aggressive. So we'll see what happens. So that's my position in oil. SRNE, my hold from last week, I was in at 207. I was looking for a gap fill. It's on good news today. So why don't we just call this closed. What's the end? Come on about. It's beautiful here. I'm not trying to rub it in or anything, but the beach is awesome. Okay. By the way, I got to go to Colombia right away. I got to go to Medellin, and if anybody knows, good for you, Leon. If anybody knows anybody that owns a private jet, that'd be great. That I could catch a ride on, you know, for free. My bulldog, I don't know if he'd make another trip. Pardon me, I'm going to try and hit the pause button before those happen. I'll get better at that. Okay, so we're going to call SRNE. Sorry, I'm eating up time here. I'll move quicker here right away. SRNE, we're going to call this done. I'm going to exit it right now. Well, technology, eh? Come on, hurry up. Closed. SRNE. I don't understand why some of those brokers are so damn slow. 20. So we can call that flat. With news, you know, it should be into that gap fill if you ask me. I mean, it should be well on its way. And it just didn't get there, and I don't know why, and I don't feel like figuring it out. I got enough, you know, there's enough cards that come over the airwaves every day that you don't need to fool around with stuff that doesn't want to do what it's supposed to do. Two times the cost. Yeah, well, you know, I simplified though too, right? Like my house is 6 times smaller. My you know, my vehicles are 6 times smaller. I don't have 5 vehicles anymore. I have none. If I need one, I hire one. You know, those kind of things, right? So, but you know, I see it as getting into shape and getting healthier and just living a healthier lifestyle. Okay, so that's SRNE. Netflix I entered a little earlier. This is purely on just the fact that it came off, and it was testing the 100, and I thought, you know, I'm probably not going to get to the 200, and the MACD was crossing up, so I entered at I think 158.35 or so this morning. So I'm, you know, I'm off my position a little bit, but this is this isn't a concern at all. Netflix. Yeah, if it got underneath the 100, I'd get a little concerned. VRX, I've been watching VRX for some time, as you know, and it's up over its 200 right now. My interest in VRX is that it can get really snaky when it gets going. I've done well with it in the past. And these are the kind of stocks like in that 16 to 25, you know, well, even $12 to $30 range, where I make most of my money. Once they get revved and they get predictable. So I'm going to let it prove out a little bit. But if I can find them even in that $8 to $30 range, you know, like, but that 16, that's just an ideal price point. So I'm watching close. I'm not in it yet. I was gonna, you know, and here we go again, shoulda, woulda, coulda right here. See, I was charting here, and I would have hit the bottom. I was right in here at the 20. I was going to hit it. But, you know, c'est la vie. AVEO is the one that I should have been in this morning. Would have been a good play. I don't know why I didn't see it that way. I can't even tell you. I do know that the one I took was a dog. And, you know, I reviewed it in my mind a number of times. Went through my mistakes and my, you know, the right things that I did and mistakes. And, you know, like I seen some guys on Twitter, you know, saying, oh, you know, I caught the short there, you know, when it was at high day. But yeah, but really it got over its pre-market high. So that's not necessarily, you know, transparent, right? So, and they'll all tell you, anybody that plays these will tell you, what was the name of that frickin' stock? I'll have to go into my account here. Anybody that plays these, that knows how to play with success on those momos, you know, over pre-market high, and the way Mara, right? Yeah, Mara, 6,000 shares at 515 at 51 cents. And then I sold at, and I won't go through all the charting on it, but here's the lessons learned. What I did right was I did take it over pre-market high. I did take it, I was watching my percentages, I can't remember what it was, I think it was 50%, 50. And I think, yeah, and the cents were 50 cents, right? Over 50%, over 50 cents. So I had my quarters right. I had the volume. I had time of day. I had over pre-market high. So everything's set up. What I did wrong was when it lost VWAP. I wasn't paying attention to VWAP. And you can get pretty comfortable with the smaller plays, right? So, you know, 6,000 shares at 50 cents, the $3,000 play is a smaller play for me, and you can get pretty comfortable and pretty lax, and that's what happened. And that's why I carry around some of the bags that I've been carrying around for a few months. Normally I won't carry them for more than a quarter. It's very unusual actually for me to carry bags for more than a quarter. But anyway, that's the same thing. That's the lax thing. This year was a little bit different with the Trump plays and those inflections, right? So like things I'm carrying around are like TRCH. That was supposed to do well under Trump. You know, a few other small bags. I mean, the package of bags is under 5% of my total portfolio, which is fine. It's nice to keep it under 3%. But anyway, my point is that I did 5 or 6 things right there. So you can't trade and expect the market to do exactly what you want it to do every single time. And that's kind of the point. As long as you followed the rules. And I followed the rules on the way in, I didn't follow the rules on the way out. And that's my mistake. So if there's anything to learn from that, cut at that VWAP fast. And I didn't do my chart history. That's another one. And I could probably find other mistakes. I think while it was happening, I found 5 or 6 mistakes. I just can't remember what they are. I think I'm forgetting them quickly. Okay, so that's those. And then we had some alarm triggers this morning that I don't think I really had time because I was so focused on what was going on with oil, because oil, holy cannoli. Talk about whipsaw, whiplash action. So let's, here's our alarms. So we did have some alarms here, and hopefully they didn't all expire on me. Shoot. See, I gotta delete stupid alarms like that when they're recurring over and over again faster. I'm sure I could get into this alerts log if I really tried further back. But anyway, let's see what we do have on here. So VRX, we've already looked at. It's over the 200-day. So that, you know, that's actually a watch now. That's a real live watch. So I should give one of these to the public, right? I got lectured by someone influential in my life about giving back. So I'm committing to give one back a day minimum. Anyway, it's no big deal. It's just VRX, and like anybody can figure this out, but who knows? Save image. Maybe it'll inspire one. VRX 200 MA. 200 MA recaptured. What else can we say about this? Waiting for it to prove out. 50 MA. Near 100 breach. On watch. Okay. I think I gave him enough there. Oh, shoot. Save. And we want to put this on tweets. And we may as well put it on Facebook and StockTwits and finish the job. Come on now. Let's do this. I got internet back and now I want it to be as fast as possible. Oh yeah, put the chart up. Come on. The US dollar was up just a little bit last night. I don't know how it is now. I haven't looked. Okay, so that's done. That's VRX. I'm really excited about VRX getting going. It trades really smooth but aggressive. Like it's a day trader's dream once it gets going, boy. on both sides, short and long. What is going on here, people? I hope you guys just heard all that. I don't know if I had my mic on or off. Did you hear my little review on VRX? Come on. Why is the internet doing this? This is the charting doing this. This isn't the internet. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Ah. All right, there. Holy. May as well give the kids over here a little bit of reason to get serious. Okay, publish VRX. Okay, so we got VRX out of the way. AVEO. I'm going to look at the daily really quick on this one. Trade's nice. Even with the stock RSI coming off it, you know, it didn't come off bad at all. AVEO, right, yeah, it does have the 200, but it's just like way out of control. Just can't do it. Twitter, why is Twitter? By the way, this this new post that I did on how to develop a trading plan, I intentionally, and I forgot to mention it in the post, but I intentionally didn't do the morning momentum, so I'm going to do a separate post on that. So that's going to be 7B. That was intentional. I was told to make my posts at most a bathroom session by our technicians. Okay, and it ended up 23 minutes long. Depends who you are, I guess, eh? Come on, charts, let's get moving. We have 32 minutes left. Wow, 42. Okay, 52 if we really need it. Where's our hot stocks for the day? Oh yeah, we were looking at the alarms. AGN, moving average. So the 20 crossing this 50, well, that's important. I was going to go long on this in pre-market, I think. AGN. Why was I going to go long on that? Well, oil's holding right above my stops. It's going to take my stop out. I'm going to be flat, but that's fine. Flat's better than dead on the road. Come on. So I was going to go and rent a helicopter because I wanted to have a great view of where I live here on the north coast of the Dominican. It's called Kite Beach. Well, Kite Beach in Playa Alicia, but anyway, it's kind of a world-renowned kiting area. The helicopter pilot literally just didn't show up. The helicopter was there, everything was there, the airport, and he was not anywhere to be found, so we went mudding. And that was a blast, I have to admit. Oh, look at that, AGN's firing off again. Yeah, let's leave it on there for a little bit. Okay, this is why. So you see the 20 going through the 50. So price is up on the daily. Squeeze momentum's up. Stock RSI, of course, is peaking. Look at that 20 through the 50 there. Oh, and it's testing a previous high. 2 previous highs. Bullish formation. Now, last time, one of the biggest mistakes is not checking the history of a chart. Price got through, okay, but that's a different scenario. But anyway, it did fail. You want to find a place on the chart what came down and regained it. That is what's happening now, isn't it? It's kind of sideways action. Whoa, this goes way back. Wow, it trended for a long time there. Swing trader's dream. Pardon me. Mind you, during that time, almost everything did. Wow, look at that. You can't even rely on this. It's too far. That's all QE. Yeah, oil's about to stop me out. Okay. So what do? Well, you got natural resistance right there too. So you got 3 previous highs at the same place, 3 or 4. You got natural resistance. I would let it play out. I'd let this play out. It looked good. I mean, it is good. It's a B. It's a B plus maybe. I'm probably gonna look back and kick myself on that one, but okay, so that's AGN. Sean in the room. Sean had one he wanted me to look at, and I wanted to apologize because I got caught up in my chaos the last 2 weeks, and I didn't get to that one. Actually, I got to send out 6 or 7 apologies. I just didn't get to them. Seriously, at one point, I honestly thought I was having a heart attack. CLLS. So this alarm triggered because, oh, it's crossing price. So it's already got its 200. The MAs are a little screwy above the 200. Not that they're bad, because price is above them, but they are a little spaghetti. Not a lot of chart history. Yeah. C plus at best. Somebody asked me the other day to rate them, so that's what I'm doing. I guess Sean's not in the room, unless I'm not seeing current. Yeah, I guess he's not in the room, unless I'm talking to myself. PTLA. What was the alarm on this one? Crossing price. So this was straight breakout. I was just watching the price. So I don't know if any other alarms went off. I could probably figure out how to do it in here, but I'm not going to worry about it. Let's take a look at today. Thanks, Trace. There's been many times where you're doing this and you look and you go, oh, for RWLK. So we had that set up. Oh, it's one of our setups. Didn't we have that? What did we say? Yeah, see? You see those little yellow arrows? So when I share charting and you go into my charting, if you see those little yellow arrows, you can see previous. Just so you know. See? We did. We did. I don't think I said much. And do I really want to wait? Oh, it's not so bad. Only 6 people looked at it. Not exactly popular on TradingView. Let's see. I'm not sure why we actually put it in there. I think it was just that it was coming up. Oh, I see. Yeah, because I set the support and resistance. Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember this now. Right, we went through this in detail. That was a decent little setup. Man, if I had the time to actually watch these. You know what? I'm getting an assistant soon. Not, assistant, wrong word. There's a few interns that want they're going to do is they're going to trade their own accounts too. So they're going to, but they're going to trigger my trades for me on, on the standard setups on these swings. Well, look at that. The 20's coming through the 50 now. It's up over that resistance. Man, see, that shoulda, coulda, woulda. That's going to stop right away on these because I'm going to have eyeballs on these all the time. Our dark pool is going to have 200 traders in 3 years, you watch. Okay, 561 is your best scenario. 450 is your likely scenario. MACD is up, stock RSI squeeze is cruising. Jeez, that's a nice chart. It's just that it's $2.95. I hate these small stocks. Well, I've seen some closes. It's on day 2. I'd like to see the close on day 3. It held day 3 here. Day 4 it came off a bit and then bounced. I want to see day 3. If it closes strong tomorrow, I'll take this for that gap fill. Yeah. So how do I remind myself of that? I'm going to publish it private. Let's do that. RWLK. RWLK. Closes strong 3rd day, Tuesday long. Doesn't mean I have to pay for it every possible lock. Pearl. That's a strong setup. Strong close tomorrow is an absolute confirmation. In my opinion, that would make it an A setup. I don't like the fact that it's a smaller stock, but I'll swing it. Okay, next one. Should have been in that one already, but yeah, small stocks, you got to use them to build your account, and that's why I look at them all, right? And that's why I trade them all. Actually, to be honest, for the benefit of our membership. But I also do trade some, like even if it was me just privately trading, I would trade some of these. Like RWLK would still be up. It depends how much screen time I have, and what kind of screen time. My screen time right now is so stretched because I'm doing so much. That's kind of where I'm going with that. So Spartan Corp is testing its 200, obviously on news. Terrible chart though, just awful. Look at that fat finger in there. That's a terrible chart. Doesn't respect the 200. It's crap. Don't trade that. It's terrible. Gambling. It's worse than 50-50 when you do that because your emotions are against you too, right? You don't have the confidence. It's like oil today. Like when oil came way off, the guys in the oil room will tell you, I didn't budge. I told them exactly what I was watching for, and it bounced. It just happened to bounce right where I said, was my test. Like it came off hard. Okay, OMTNT. OMNT. Man, none of these on this list I've traded before. So I got the internet working. Now I'm at the point where I got to get my new machines set up. As soon as I get them set up, I'm told that these charts will load much faster. And then the third step is we're moving our algorithms off of this. All it is I have to have 2 memberships of TradingView. Simple solution. I don't know why I never thought of it. It's our algorithms that slow down all this charting. Those 3 things can. Oh, and then our screen recorder. But the screen recorder, we're using the cloud now through ClickMeeting. Another simple solution. There's all these things you learn. Shoulda, coulda, woulda done it before I started traveling. Okay, this is interesting, but it's just not my type of setup. But if I was an aggressive player right now, I'd be looking at this one. But it's not like it doesn't have the history, right? Rad, maybe Rad's rad. RWLK, we don't need that up now. Rad, so this is on the daily. It's a nice candle. You could almost say that's a diversion candle. Wow, what a nice fill. If you got it. Sheesh. 634. Wow, I guess it's double, eh? Not quite double. Still nice. It's got Momo right now. MACD's up. Stock RSI's up. Squeeze momentum's coming back to life. Yeah, it's a little flatlined, but I have no idea why it washed out. Right 8 Corp. Oh, has it really got earnings coming up soon? It does. Is that right? 3 days? Did I see that right? 29th, right? Yeah. Corey turned on the bankometer. I love our members. 1 week. Contrary to what I said on my rant last week with the hot mic. I love all our members. Yeah, I don't know what to say about this. My gut feeling as a trader says it's gonna do well. You're probably gonna see, $5, $4.96 is my guess. As a bottom play, I like it. Do I need these kind of plays right now? No. No. I'm trying to close out my quarter and start a fresh career here. So there's certain ones I'll take and certain ones I won't. They have to be really strong. It's kind of frustrating some of the swing traders, but you gotta be careful around the end of the quarter. I don't like that chart at all. RAS, just so you know. IMDZ. This is the right way, by the way, to start on the weekly, even if you're going to day trade something. Yep, you heard that right. Testing natural resistance, and that resistance is strong. MACD's up, squeeze momentum's up, stock RSI's up, and it's up 13% on the day. And the 20 is getting through the 50 right now. and the 100's being tested. Now it hasn't got the chart history, so what you do is you go down to the daily. Well, you'd go down to the daily anyway if you were thinking about trading this in any time frame. So you want to look at your time frames quick. Yeah, 100's about to breach the 200. The others have already done it. Ooh, it's got its 200. Oh, see, there it is right there. That's the perfect setup. That is it right there. You breach the 200, comes back, it tests the 200 every time. Never not take that trade. Every time, take it right here. Do not ever deny that trade, unless the chart is absolute crap. You know what I mean. Like you got the basic qualifiers, right? Chart history. Never fight chart history. Never fight history. Never. That's why our algorithms do so well. They're based on history, right? Wow, TradeView, that's awesome. Okay, come on, let's do this. Anyway, we're gonna test the 200. So when it comes to the 200 comes back, test the 200, always take that trade. If you want to wait until it gets over the 20, fine. But always, I mean, you could trigger at the 20. You do that, and you will never fail, I'll guarantee you. And you just cut, you know, if it gets too low under the 200, you cut, so you lost a little bit. The nice thing about taking that trade right at the 200 is you got a very small cut if you're cutting. If you're taking it over the 20, you got, you know, variance in there. This one trade, like I've been on top of Sartaj to get this thing coded. Man, what a great setup. Breaching through the 200, coming back and testing the 200, hit it in here, okay, boom. And then, you know, if you were in this, I could walk you through how to get out of it in the right timing and trade right through it. Oh man, it's really too bad we missed that one. Oh, this one alarmed. Yeah, it did. It alarmed this morning. Wow, what a textbook trade. Just gorgeous. Shoot. Very frustrating. Okay, so, well, darn it. Well, I'm just gonna put it out there quick. Darn it. Highest probability trade on Wall Street right there. Shoot. IMDZ. IMDZ. Oh, see, I already said it was textbook. Great minds think alike. Yeah, I could be double-minded. Squeeze one up. Shoot. Oh well, I'm going to put it out there again. That's how much I love it. Textbook setup. Best one on the street. Best what? Best setup. Okay. Anyway, we're going to code these setups. Just like with our algorithms, we're going to code this. The setups will be simple to code, right? Instead of a $12 million lift, be like 50 grand or 20 to 50 grand. Come on now. There you go. Beautiful. Is it moving right now? It is, a little bugger. That's just, oh no, my chart fooled me. Okay, let's just do this real quick. Beautiful. Beautiful. So we need to bring that trade to each other every time we do midday reviews. But yeah, you know, if you had a computer do it for you. I mean, there's certain scanners and alerts and stuff that'll, but you still got to look at the charts. But yeah, you can. I should start doing that. Okay. That's IMDZ. What's next on the list? Oh, the Twitter is really slowing down things here. Still doesn't. That's a problem. I'm gonna have to just make a list of these and share them later in the future. This won't be too long. Okay, what's next here? He's at RAS VOXX. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll make a list right now. Get steps and then after we're done, I'll share public. We'll get shared. That will help rate up on my stock and how it's gonna look at. You already looked at IMDZ, didn't you? Thanks for the help, guys, girls. Keeps the gallery. Stay with me here. Fox, yeah, right on Fox. Anything different there? You're gonna break it up. Okay. Well, don't break it up. Oh, I know. Same. Damn. Sucks. What did I do? Oh. Okay. Well, just put some here. Let me shut off this fluorescent light. Right this here. I obviously did something. Okay, I'm gonna unplug my mic and plug it back in. Very good. Okay, any sound there? Okay, great. Is it okay or no? Does it suck? Okay, great. So thanks for letting me know, by the way, because I'll slowly pin down what causes these issues. You know, that helps. Well, thanks, Henry. I appreciate that. It'd be a lot better if you were, you know, female saying that. We're all good. There's my old school coming out again. My kids keep telling me, like, Dad, you can't say stuff like that. Okay, so I'm going to finish this quick, and I'm going to be much more professional going forward. I'm getting all kinds of flack about being able to share these videos, you know, out to the public. So today's a failure. I don't think I'm going to be able to share this video. But tomorrow, I know what Sartaj is going to be like. That was a 1.5, like 1 at best is what he's going to say out of 10. And I have to agree with today's review. This wasn't good. So tomorrow will be much better. I'm going to get very officially watch. So VOXX on the daily looks fantastic. It's trending. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Better be coming out of the bowl, or it's over for longs. And it is. See how predictable that is? So now it's 50-50. It gets out of the bowl, it's gone. So close. Once it gets up over that 10 bucks, man, she's a goner. But that's a 50-50 play, but the risk reward is really high. So anyway, that's Vox. So that's another, you know, that's another setup, right? It's just not what I'm looking for right now. I'm looking for really predictable setups. Tracy's working her arse off. This is one of the worst stocks I've ever seen in my life. Doesn't respect anything. This is the problem child, this one. Terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Terrible, awful. I don't even know what that is. Fred's. That's a department store you guys have in the US or something. It's an awful, awful stock. What is this thing? Discount stores, well, of course. I knew that. Okay. What else we got going on here? What news, Trace? Sorry. Is it on chat? It's hard for me to focus on a whole bunch of screens and you guys and talking and trying to be professional when you're not. It's not easy. TOO. Okay, I'll go look. I'll take the bait. Let's see. Matt says, well done. JD. So JD, what do I call you, JD? Clear again. I can't even look properly. Oh, I see. Holy crap, 45K. Wow, you're coming along. Oh, that's awesome. Good to hear. That's awesome. Okay, JD, I'm on it. And I think you said female, right? Helps to know, just from a addressing people point of perspective. And when the male and female fights start in the room and stuff, I know who to separate on which side of the room. TK, Offshore Partners, LP. TK Partners, Offshore LP. Okay, this is junk too. Don't touch this. I mean, sure, massive risk reward, but it's junk. Don't touch it. SRNE, I'm out. NBY. NBY, Nova Bay Pharmaceutical. Ooh, look at that, guys. Gals, cats, dogs. Dogs being the men I was referring to. Cats, female. Okay, look at this. Didn't we look at this one the other day? I never saved the chart because there's no yellow triangle on here. So now this is common, right? Where it gets the 200 the first time, comes down and it fails. You got to get ready for that. That does happen. But at least you see how it's like a nice casual failure. It's not like, see where I'm going? And then it's getting it again. Just about got it there. If I had to guess, there's a, how big is this stock? Yeah, see, I was going to say it's a promotional team. How's the liquidity on this thing? If I had to guess, the promotional team is working on getting this. Yeah, you can tell in the chart. It's amazing what you can tell after a while, after you read charts for a while. You can't touch this one yet. It's $4. All you do is go. Am I seeing this right? 33,000, right? 19,000 average volume a day. So, you know, 150 grand worth of liquidity in a day. I mean, the smallest promoter in the world can do that. Just don't go near them. Sorry. Liquidity comes up, sure. Even then, you have to be careful. FN. I don't know how that got on my watch list. I gotta check my parameters. Fabrinet. Trending stock. Failed the 200. Disrespected it. Failed it again. Disrespected again. Should be shot dead. Sorry, but true. You can't trust it. It's like a dog that bites. Shoot. Oh, there we go. Okay. Come on, Kurt, find a good play. One, play. Is there not a good chart in here? SVA, where were we? ADMI, Fred, MBY, FN, CNAT. Okay, CNAT, be careful with CNAT. That's promoter. That's promoter news today. Careful. SRNE, garbage. SVA, TO, car, Avis. What are they doing on here? Now, I have to admit, the last month or so, I've really struggled with plays because everything was so extended, and you know, I hate to take the risks because I'll tell you, number one rule is preserving your capital, but the second rule, in my thinking, is when the market moves properly for you and it gets really predictable, you just hammer down. And so, you know, this isn't not the time for that. And it requires a lot of patience because you got to look at things on a long time frame, a year at least. If you look at things at a year, 2 or 3 time frame, you're going to find, here's what you're going to find if you stay in the game. You're going to find that you're going to make all your money like in a 3-week, 4-week period every year. It's just the truth. You know, you might get 2 or 3 of those times periods in a year, and the rest of your time is really, you know, you may as well be on the beach because you're not making much. I mean, you're making something, but you're not making, you know. Like for example, our dark pool is projected at 40% a quarter. You know, those people are paying us 12 to 18%, like it's steep. You know, so they're in for, if we hit it, you know, for 22 to whatever it is, 28%, I think is the number, whatever that equals. But I think you see my point, right? Like 40% a quarter on average, not every quarter, average. But those winnings come from from the inflections in the market is what I'm trying to say. So I just want to broaden your horizon for a second and say, you know, you got to look at this as a year to 3 years, because you can have times got so used to QE, right? But anyway, There's another inflection coming. It's not far away. They come. You just got to be patient. They come. Car under the 200. MACD's up. Squeeze momentum's up. Just not my CNAT. Not my thing. SBBP. SBBP. Bunch of previous highs. So what was that one really smoking good stock that we seen? This one. Find this. You know, get a scanner, get anything that goes through the 200, find this. This is what you want, especially when it comes back to the 200. Through the 200 is great, but when it comes back through the 200, that's what you want. And where that 20 is getting through the 200. You know, this one was funny. I think I said that the other day, where the 20 got through the 200 and it fell off. That was odd. But still, find this. You will make 100% a year, every year, if you get good at finding this. Because executing is easy. Hope I made that as loud as possible. Okay, not that. I was told by Leanne this weekend on Twitter that I yell lots. That's why she's successful now. Okay, 414. I bet you the oil traders wouldn't say that about my yelling spree last week. 414, 458. Actually, I did get a lot of compliments on that from the perspective that a lot of guys are like, it's about effing time. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this one's okay as a bottom play, just not what I'm looking for right now. TO we already looked at, right? Yeah, TK, garbage. SELB. Select the biosciences. That's interesting. Doesn't got the history. It's certainly got the chart. Ooh, this is really bullish. What's going on with these people? They got some phase 2 stuff. 50 million private placement. That's nothing. I used to work on the market, and the little Chinese guys would come in their torn up jeans and stuff, and they look like they were poor. And you know, to get to the table, they'd have to have $500,000, you know, just to get to the table, and then discussions started. I bet you if you read that, that's too bad that it's just a private placement. Private placements are, yeah, 243,000 too. Such a great chart. I guarantee you there's a promotion team in there. So I hate to discount all these stocks today, but I did, didn't I? I discounted that whole list. That's the first time that's happened since we started these reviews. Well, no, there's a couple, RWLK. I really like this. And what was that other one again? IMDZ. VRX. And I think that was it. That's too bad. We got a couple minutes. I'm just going to go into, I feel dreadfully responsible for getting you guys a good play here. You know that IMDZ, so where would you hit that, right? Because it's a bit far gone. So the easiest way to do these, when they get too far gone, the easiest way to do these is wait for that stock RSI to come down to the bottom. That's the easiest way. Waiting for your MACD to cross the other way and then cross back up. Either or both. It's hard to time both at the same time though. But see, this was the right timing here. If you can time them both together, boy, you got some. Maybe you can keep it that simple. So when they get away on you like that, so you're not chasing them, that's what you want to do. At minimum, your stock RSI. Preferably your MACD, and more preferably both of them. If anybody has any questions about that, go ahead and email me about it, but that's the way to do them. Yeah. You know what? I looked at these last night, so that's kind of a waste of time. Well, yeah, it's a waste of time. Anybody want me to look at a chart before I run? I'll give you guys a minute to let me know. Oh, you gals are great. You know, the thing is, how do people believe me, right? So it's great that you guys share that with people because, you know, I can't be like, oh, I'm great. People are like, yeah, everybody's great in their own mind. Everybody's a legend in their own mind, especially people that run rooms. So anyway, I really appreciate you guys doing that. If you ever get to one of the islands I'm visiting, I'll give you guys, you know, free dinners or something. I don't know. I'm like the worst promoter in the world. Awful salesman. Okay. The way I've always looked at it my whole life as an entrepreneur is if I build, I look at myself, you know, it's stupid, but like a mechanic, right? If I build you the best effing car, yeah, I shouldn't have to sell it. So, but I've always struggled with people around me because they're like, Kurt, you can't fire all your clients. Okay, no charts. Great. Well, I hope you guys have a great day. I'm going to go into the oil room for 1:30, and then I'm going to come back into the trading room for about 2:15 to try to get an afternoon move. Our reporting does go back to normal tonight, so things will get much more on key. And I will have a couple of interns soon, so I'll have eyes on all these charts because obviously I can't rely on you members because you guys just have zero discipline to make sure that you're finding these plays and bringing them in and keeping your eyes on them so that we all win. But that's okay. That's fine. I'm not going to go on a rant about it, and I'm not going to fire anybody today. Anyway, I'm having fun. I'm glad I'm at the beach, and I'm glad I have the members I have. You guys are great, and I'm really, really, really appreciative of how you've shared that on social media. And that's it. So I'll be back at 2:15 and talk to you later.